Stampers, Jackie Bolhuis from Klompen Stampers. I've got some fun, quick and easy cards to share with you today. These are perfect for those of you that are maybe just starting out on your card making journey, or for those of you that have been stamping for a long time, but you want to just kind of whip up a whole bunch of them. It's perfect idea for a gift. We're going to do several using one stamp set. The stamp set I'm using is called Music from the Heart. Now, I am a music wannabe. I have no musical talent whatsoever, but I love music, and this stamp set is just adorable. And there's so many different like parts and pieces, like I like to call them, that you can really put it together to make all different cards. And I'm gonna make one for you today, and then I've got 6 other ones to share with you. So I've got a ton of ideas for this stamp set. So without further ado, let me go ahead, flip the camera down, and let's get stamping. Now, when I first started playing with the stamp set, I decided I want to use limited supplies. So I cut a bunch of cardstock. I thought, let's just make all the cardstock the exact same size, same colors, and then just cut up a bunch and start creating. And I was really surprised at how many different card ideas I came up with. So we're starting with a piece of Whisper White that's 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Now don't worry about these measurements because I'll have them all over on the blog for you. All you have to do is look at the link or the description of the video here, and there'll be a link that'll take you over there. And I'll have pictures of all of these along with all the card measurements, which are the same for all 7 by the time we're done here. So, like I said, this stamp set, lots of parts and pieces, lots of different ways to put it together. So, we are going to use one ink pad, black, okay? Everyone's got black. And believe it or not, there's no die cutting involved. So, you don't need to have a die cutting machine to make this card. I think we're going to kind of come up here. We're going to just start by making our lines. Now, I don't know the right terminology here, so nobody give me a hard time for not knowing what anything is called, because I really don't. So we're going to use this piece. I don't know what this is called because like I said, I don't know my music terminology, but I know that generally goes over there on the left-hand side. And then let's just use, there's 3 different types of notes here. So let's just go ahead and we'll stick some notes on our music here. We'll kind of up and down them. I don't know. Maybe I'm making a really cool musical sound here and nobody, or I don't know, maybe one of you guys know. So da-da-da-da-da, whatever that comes out to be. So we've stamped that much. Now, like I said, we're not using a big shot. We're not cutting anything out, but we're going to use a pop of color that is going to change this amazing. And we're going to just pop up one little thing on dimensionals. So let's set that aside. And I just have a piece of scrap Whisper White here. And I'm going to take the words, just a note, and I'm going to stamp these way down as straight as I can, as close to the bottom as I can. Now, a lot of times when I do greetings like this, I don't measure them. So when you hop over to the website, you'll get the measurements of all the layers, but there's no measurements for these. Because what I like to do is just stamp down at the bottom and then go ahead, use your paper cutter, and we'll just slide that over. And we're just going to trim it down to the size we need. You know, sometimes that's easier than figuring out how wide does this have to be and then trying to center it in there. So we stamp down there, and then we're going to go up and we're just going to trim off that side, and then we'll trim off the other side. Tell you what, guys, I am loving this little mini paper cutter, especially for something like this. So as a reminder, you can't purchase this, but if you join Stampin' Up before the end of March, you get this for free. And these are the kinds of things that I think it's just perfect for. Okay, back to our card. Oops, let's grab the adhesive. You would think I would have adhesives everywhere. Actually, I do. They're just never where I need them to be. So we're going to take the liquid adhesive. This is my favorite, Tombow multi-purpose liquid adhesive. And we are going to put that onto a piece of real red. Here's where that pop of color is coming in. So there we go. And then to keep that pop of color going yet, we're going to go ahead and use the Stampin' Blends, the real red ones. You certainly could color this little heart with regular markers or whatever your preferred method is. I just know I love blends. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know I love the blends. So we did light, dark, come back with a little bit more light. There is our heart. Now, like I said, this card is super simple, but adding that little pop of color and then our greeting here, we're going to just pop it up on dimensionals. You know, I think anytime with a card, if you can get just that little bit of dimension to it, it changes it so much. So we'll just go ahead and put just a note like that. And then we have a basic black card base. So we'll stick this on there. There you could kind of see how much adhesive I use. You don't need a ton. You don't want too much because you don't want it gooshing or warping your paper. So there's the front. Now we obviously have to do something on the inside. So I have another piece of Whisper White here. And let's go ahead and we will use the other words here that say you're the music in my heart. And we're going to go ahead and kind of move that over just a little bit to the right. You know, you always want to work to make sure that the inside is just as cute as the outside. So let's add that there, and we'll go ahead and color this heart. Like I said, when I started playing with the stamp set this morning, I cut a whole bunch of cardstock, all these exact same sizes. So I have 6 other ones I'm going to show you just using these exact same stamps and the other ones in the stamp set. It really was just a matter of putting them together different ways to come up with different looks. Now, we're going to layer this for the inside as well. So let's put a little adhesive on there, you know, with that bold black. You know, I just love the look of black and red. So we can go ahead and we will stick this on the inside like so. So there is our quick and easy card. Now you could easily make up a whole batch of these and give them to a gift for somebody that likes music, a music teacher of some sort, but what a cute little note card. Now let me go ahead and grab the other 6 that I can share with you. You know, sometimes I think I'm a little obsessive when I stamp. I never make just one. Once I have all the supplies out, I like to just create a whole bunch of different things. So this one, very similar to what I made. And let's just bring them here. I just added just a note of thanks and dropped it down, but it does give it a little bit different of a look. Now look at how fun this is for a birthday card. Now the way they designed the stamp set I think is super cool. The guitar, we really have the handle part here that's just added to this piece. So you can see there's our, is that a treble cloth? I think, I'm not sure. And then the handle of the guitar. And I added a couple of hearts on there. But you'll notice all the greetings on all of these cards were done the exact same way. Cut them on scrap paper, trimmed them down to size, popped them up with dimensionals. Aren't the little birds and the hearts super adorable on there? And we had to bring in that beautiful piano, added some hearts. You'll notice a different shade. This is just done with a real red ink pad. I inked it up and I went stamp, stamp, stamp. Inked it up, stamp, stamp, stamp. That's how you get those different shades in there. And then same thing here. I got the different shades of red, but we colored in with the Stampin' Blends. Again, popped up our greeting. And then I wanted to make sure I used every single piece in the stamp set. So this was kind of the last one. I'm like, we need to get the keyboard in there. So there is that one. So there, 7 different cards, all made with the music from the heart. Exact same supplies, 1 ink pad, stamp, well 2 because I used some real red there. Stampin' Blends, cut all my cardstock the same and made a whole set. I think I'm going to package these up and give these to a friend who's a music teacher. I'm sure she'll really appreciate them. So as always, if you have any questions whatsoever, make sure to contact me. You can leave me a comment. You can email me. I'm here to help you with all your stamping and card making questions. I am a full-time Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I love to share and teach people how to make quick and easy cards. So until I stamp with you again real soon, have a stamp happy day.